Everybody in e-commerce right now is talking about Shopify Markets, which is supposed to make online sellers' lives easier when it comes to selling internationally. But can it really solve your problems of selling internationally? Like, especially when it comes to language barriers, complicated taxes, local payment preferences, and so much more. Can it really provide the local experience to customers in any country? In this video, we will break down exactly what Shopify Markets is, highlight its benefits and features, talk about its downsides, and discuss whether it's right for your online store. So, what is Shopify Markets? Well, it is a solution that helps you sell internationally. It helps you sell worldwide so you can tap into new markets and not be inhibited by the common challenges of selling to other countries. There are many features that will be rolled out, but we have grouped them into two main benefits. The first is helping your store provide a local customer experience, and the second is the updates on the back end, which you will normally face behind the scenes when you sell internationally. As of now, you still must apply for early access to Shopify Markets. But because you are watching this video, you're going to get an exclusive scoop of all the new features that are about to be rolled out. So, how does Shopify Markets help its merchants provide a local customer experience? Well, there are 5 main front-end features that help with that. I'm going to go through them one by one, but let me give you a quick summary. First is currency conversion. Then we have language translation, followed by international domains, payment methods, and finally the automatic calculation of duty and import taxes. With the first feature, currency conversion, it's pretty cool because Shopify Markets can adjust your storefront prices automatically based on the latest exchange rate of 130 different currencies. In the past, you have to get a third-party app to convert your product pages' prices. But with Shopify Markets, your prices will be converted automatically, whether it's in your product pages, checkout process, notifications and refunds process. They will all be shown in the local currency of your customer. This is great news because according to research, your conversion rate can increase by up to 40% just by having your site price at the local currency of your customer. According to Shopify research, 92% of shoppers prefer to make a purchase on sites that price in their local currency. They even say a third of shoppers are likely to abandon a purchase if pricing is only in US dollars. Now let's talk about language translation, which is another feature that Shopify Markets has to offer. With automatic language translation across every page of your site, there will be no more language barriers that you'll have with your customer. Therefore, there will be less friction in you getting that sale. How much less friction, you ask? Well, it's 40% less because 40% of shoppers won't even buy from a website in other languages than their own. Shopify Markets is also introducing international domains, which can be region or country specific. So if you want to open up a storefront in Australia, for example, then you can have a URL that looks like this. Or you can opt to create a subdomain like this, or a country-specific domain like this. Shopify will generate SEO tags based on your domain strategy, which will boost your local SEO, improve your credibility, and increase conversions. The payment methods preferred by locals is something that Shopify Markets also acts as a solution to, by suggesting the most popular payment method for that geographic region and allowing you to accept that payment method. It's not hard to find out why accepting different payment methods is important. In the United States, 80% of online shoppers prefer to use credit or debit card, whereas in Europe, 80% of them prefer PayPal or Alipay. And in other regions and countries, they also have their own payment method that they prefer. Another challenge that e-commerce entrepreneurs face is calculating duties and import taxes of their product for their customer, which is especially tedious when selling to multiple countries. With the Shopify Markets update, duty and import taxes information is automatically calculated at the checkout. In terms of backend improvements, there are 4 features that are going to be present in Shopify Markets. And they are customizable market options, international pricing configuration, inventory and fulfillment control, and finally, smart settings. Let me go through them one by one. What I mean by customizable market options is you can customize the way that you sell to different regions, aka markets. One customization example would be if you create a storefront for a particular region like the European Union, rather than creating a storefront for all of the 27 countries within the EU. Another customization option is you being able to customize whether or not a customer sees a price at their local currency or they see it as the currency you set for that region. For example, if you're targeting the Asia Pacific region, then you can have the customers there see the prices in your store as their local currency, or maybe you'd want them to see it in US dollars, in one currency that is. That's completely up to you. Despite Shopify Markets enabling merchants to convert their prices into the local currency of their customers, this isn't always enough. For example, selling at a high price in country A might not be a feasible pricing strategy for country B. Hence, cutting your prices for country B specifically might make more sense. Also, with Shopify Markets, you can have your customers see the inventory that's available for their location, like how many units are available and how many can be fulfilled to their location. Therefore, this prevents situations where you cannot fulfill an order that is placed. Shopify Markets will also have a smart settings feature, which will monitor your performance and make automatic optimizations so that you can sell more. This feature can be turned off at your discretion. I think that the downside that some entrepreneurs would be concerned about is increased competition due to lower barriers to entry. Likely, you will experience competitors from overseas undercutting you in terms of pricing, but I think that's where your entrepreneurial spirit comes in. You will have to find creative ways to differentiate your brand and adapt to the market. Personally, I'm pretty excited for the launch of Shopify Markets to really all Shopify users. Let me know in the comments section below whether you're excited too. I'd love to hear from you guys. Finally, no need for third-party apps when it comes to selling internationally, and fewer headaches. Anyway, if you like this content and found it useful, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow and incentivizes us to keep producing free educational content for all of you. That's it for me. Goodbye.